Just how much money do House Republicans plan to invest in public education in this budget year? The largest public education subsidy ever, and $210 million more overall than Governor Corbett has proposed.
Even in a bad economy, we have to be very careful to maintain control over state spending. However, our public schools are important to be funded, and even in a bad economy, we have to make sure that our schools have adequate resources to do the job.
There is a big hole to fill, which was created over the past 2 years when the previous administration pushed local school districts to spend more money than they or the state had because of the temporary boost in federal stimulus money, money that some school districts unfortunately turned into long-term spending.
We at the state level warned the districts that this was going to be temporary funding. It was not going to be picked up by the state. We were not going to increase taxes at the state level, and they needed to use this money wisely for one-time investments such as new laptop purchases or in renovating their buildings, not to hire personnel, and unfortunately many districts chose the latter to their detriment right now.
To fix the post-stimulus deficit, House Republicans propose to bring the state's contribution to education back up to, even over, what school districts received before the stimulus. And they return funding to the successful block grant program, which gives individual districts the flexibility to spend tax dollars in the ways that are best for them to teach their kids successfully. But there is something else that school districts can do to help themselves.
Under current law, school districts are allowed to maintain certain reserves, whether it's a construction reserve or rainy day fund type reserve. And our school districts, a lot of them do have those reserve funds available. It could be as high as $2.5 billion across the 500 school districts in the state. So certainly some of those reserve funds could be tapped in this bad economy to help make sure that the districts don't damage their school programs.
House Republicans believe it will take a group effort to climb out of a budget hole. Let's challenge our elected officials to find waste and fraud in state spending and to use that money more wisely. Let's challenge citizens to demand that school districts trim as much spending as possible without abandoning their primary responsibilities. And let's challenge our school districts to use their surpluses to help avoid property tax increases. Our kids are worth the shared sacrifice.